Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. So, as often happens, on reload the AI decided that some of its plays were a little bit unreasonable and has made some different decisions here. We've been attacked at Quausk, and I'm a little bit torn about what to do about this. I think that there is a chance we could win this battle. They have a lot of units, but a lot of these units are kind of like sketchy. Like, a lot of these dudes in this army, look at that. 80 damage, 59 defense. We could take these guys for sure. I'm a little bit more worried about the reinforcements out of Quausk's garrison, but it is important to note that these Vine Snakes, while they have some very impressive offensive numbers, only have 69 defense. So probably we can just pin them in place and then and tear them apart, not really let them choose any targets. The Berdeki I'm a little bit more worried about with their 126 initiative. Like, these guys are going to get to go exactly where they want to go, and they have Infantry Slayer 4 on top of 129 damage. These dudes are legitimately scary. That said, even if we can win this battle, I'm wondering if the correct thing to do here is to, never mind, I don't have any action points left, I cannot retreat. I guess we're fighting it. Probably we don't bring in these guys as reinforcements, like we just let this army do as much as they can. I'm just thinking, like, we really would like it if the proliferators were involved in this battle, right? Our force got a little bit too stretched out while I was trying to figure out exactly where the city was. Over here in Gulji, they have ejected units from their garrison, but I'm not sure why. The garrison only had 7 units in it, so they did have room to have stuff queued up. My only guess is that they are currently producing more than 2 units per turn, which is ridiculous, but absolutely a thing the AI will do. And their stats are pretty scary. But again, that very low defense value. What are my attack values? Like, what am I looking at here? 185. The Battleborn are considerably lower. The Proliferator's pretty bad. The basic Foragers are at 83. So that's high enough to probably get full damage, but probably not get damage and a half most of the time. So another thing we have to do here before we start any battles or retreating or whatever is we've opened up a third minor faction assimilation slot. And I was looking at these, looking for combat stats, which I think are probably the most important things we could get at this point. We have a lot of minor factions that give Empire stuff. But down here at the bottom we have plus 5% damage, plus 15% defense because we have 3 of these villages, or plus 15% attack. And given the numbers we just saw, I'm wondering if it might be a good idea to take the attack to try to force through damage and a half against the low defense enemies as often as possible. Plus, technically, this does give us the ability to build a ranged unit, although I'm not sure how many more units we will build. So we definitely don't want to attack here. We want to just let this continue to play out. Here, we have to fight. Do I want to include the first Kalos Swarm? They'll come in over the first 3 turns of the battle, but they'll come in way at the back. If we just include the first army, I will wipe these guys out, and we're gonna have a tougher time. I think I may just let this army get, I think we wipe these guys out and then slowly die over the course of the rest of the battle. Like, when the Berdeki and the Vine Snakes show up, it's going to be tougher. Oh, one of these Berdeki is not nearly as good as the other. I didn't even notice. So the jump between Design 7 and Design 8 is considerable. Yeah, alright, I'm just going to include the one army. We'll just do the damage we can, probably lose this army eventually, but let's get threatening. Check this out. You can see those good adamantium bows. This is Marine 7. Oh yeah, then the rest of the Marines are the garbage ones, right? These are glass steel, probably. Those look like they might be titanium. Those could just be iron. I love the fact that the gear is actually visible on the units. Especially weapons. I think that makes a big difference. It's good that the weapons are visible. The terrain's a little bit favorable for them. We can't attack them with full force because they have this cliff. We all have to stream in down this side. It's a shame we don't have more ranged units. And the ranged units we do have... Why is your attack reduced? Huh. Not sure what's up with that. Yeah, the ranged units we do have, it doesn't matter if we set them over here. She's got this under control. She has considerable range. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of science to apply here. Just get in there and commit murder. We probably want to try to eliminate the more dangerous Marines first. Or these guys. Yeah, let's go after these guys. They're not in the city, like, they're not going to have a lot of morale. Show me... Well, actually... Units that are close enough to maybe be able to actually attack. Should probably focus on that. People in the back, though, can start running toward this guy. Got the Dawn officers over here to mess things up. Ugh, that's annoying. Annoying that we did 0 damage. So the good news is that a weak unit at the front like that allows us to spread the disease very, very quickly. Also, I think there's a positional audio thing happening here. When I'm zoomed in like that, the audio is a lot louder than I'm used to. All right, so we got one of their good units down right away. This thing is going to kill our hero. It's not going to kill her on this attack, but that's clearly what that charge was about, right? It's just getting as close to the hero as possible. So we definitely want to just keep killing wherever we can kill. Like, to a certain extent, ignoring the Dawn officer. Because we can't reasonably kill this guy, right, with 426 life. And I think it's way more worth it to just pressure the ranged. See how many of them we can be rid of before the end of the battle. They've given us a pretty good opportunity here to spread disease and just like generally get health ticking down on a lot of these ranged units without having to worry about the actual city fortification and everything. Alright, so this is going to be a kill, which means that all 3 of these archers are diseased now. Yeah, I mean, that's just going to keep happening. Yeah, you may as well keep hacking away at that guy. He's actually dying faster than I thought he would. 42 points of disease damage per turn is considerable. You guys should all really focus, though. Yeah, I thought our hero was going to fall apart under melee attacks here, but she's really holding up. Heroes are good combat units. And they have made something of a strategic error. Remember, this guy's going to die at the beginning of his turn, so we don't have to target him anymore. They've made something of a strategic error in not moving their ranged units off of their reinforcement spots. Because they're limiting the number of units they get to attack us with. We are not going to see the Berdeki or the Vine Snake until the battle's pretty much over. They're really letting me apply a lot more damage than they should be. Oh man, you couldn't get within 4 spaces. That's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, I mean, just do stuff. Do whatever you can do. So we're going to see one of those cavalry units show up. Yeah, one of those actually dangerous melee units, and we should definitely focus on the archer. And they're not even actually going to be able to wipe this army out. That went way better than I thought it was going to. If we'd included this swarm, we actually maybe could have won the whole battle. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. When I said at the beginning I thought there was a chance for us to win the whole thing, that's oh, you gained 2 levels, actually. That is pretty alright. So you've gained an extra accessory slot, then. We can't equip her while she's in enemy territory. So that's going to have to wait a minute to be applied. Let's make sure that we have movement orders for our heroes in. I want to make sure that everybody is in combat range as soon as the next turn starts, so that they don't just pop 4 units out of the garrison and do that again. And with that, I think we are done with the turn. Right? Yeah, we're not attacking Gulji. It would be cool to rush this guy because the units in Atlantis Garrison will get to participate in the fight, but there's no way I can generate... Well, it's got to be like 800 gold. Or dust, rather. Yeah, just about 800. Yeah, right, we sold everything already earlier this turn to do stuff. Yeah, okay. By the way, notice, the winter, which is definitely advantageous for defenders, has taken almost as long as it possibly could. If we still have winter next turn, it will have been the maximum length winter. Okay, it is finally over. Troops move faster, see farther. Come on, go, 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 go. Okay. They let us all get in range first, so this is going to be a blowout in our favor. The next winter effect actually doesn't matter. Can't possibly matter. Not going to worry about you. Okay, this guy is... He's slithering as fast as he can. Alright, so ideally we would wait one more turn before getting into the battle here, and it looks like they're going to let that be the way it goes. So we'll have them under 100 fortification. We'll have another proliferator. We may be able to generate enough dust to make this happen. Now it's only 700 because some work got done. And we got... Yeah, I spent a bunch of money already. We probably can't make it happen. That's fine. So this is pretty non-ideal in terms of reinforcements, but retreating means losing this whole this army. Dude is level 5 already. I will say that the double XP thing, double XP from battles, was very helpful to us during the winter. So that was some upside of the winter being that long. We'll deal with that in a second. Over here in Relia, you know what? Just put whatever in the queue. It actually pretty much can't matter for most of our cities. The cities actually on the front, maybe. The rest of this stuff, not so much. And to be clear, where we are at right now, in terms of winning, is we are 3 regions away. So, Kwausk, Gulji, and then, you know, whatever's over here. This, whatever. Because the forces, our forces will be united. I think we've burned out their army. That's what all those, the low health units, or low sophistication units streaming in were. And now that they don't have any ranged units, actually, this is beneficial for me, I think. They're going to come to us. They're going to separate their army, because some of their units are really fast, and some of their units aren't. And, yeah, they're just going to be running into a big mess. This guy has 64 initiative. My units mostly have more, so he won't be able to trap us on our initiative, or on our reinforcement slots, except with the Berdeki. And that is a real concern, I suppose. Whatever, we're tough. Also, there's going to be a dust eclipse at some point, soon. And when it happens, we're going to suddenly generate all of the reinforcements. It's going to be a reinforcement palooza? I don't know. You know what I mean, though. There's going to be a lot of guys, is the thing. Boy. Oh, they they maximally hung this dude out to dry. You know what? You don't need to participate in this battle. I cannot believe they did that. Holy crap. So at this point, I believe everybody else can just back off. I think he's dead. Between the damage he takes from the disease and the damage he takes... Oh, I guess he's gonna get a turn before the archer shoots him. I didn't think about that. Okay, so we had to trade 1 Battleborn for him. And actually, that was a bunch of healing for the hero. That was nice of them. You want to, like, step out of the way so that the big army can come through? Well, let's have at them, I guess. I don't think there's much value in sieging here. This is probably under control. I can't believe they did that. What an extremely bad play. You know what? They can come in last. They've had a rough go of it here. There's nothing else we want to do, right? Yeah, okay. Let's get him. This will be a little bit trickier. And we gotta make sure that the Proliferator's in a position where it literally can't be attacked because these guys are fast. I think we're cool here. Now we got to make sure that we are attacking the Vine Snake correctly. So you'll be the first one to attack the Vine Snake. You have to do it from not that space. See, the game's setting us up for failure here. And this guy's not attackable by the Berdeki in his current position, so he'll lead that off. You can go here. There's no reason to have our archer hero on the outside. Yeah, and at this point, I'm not going to try to maximize our, what do you call it, our proliferation or anything. We're not going to try to, potentially leave units alive just so that we can get extra Battleborn. We're just going for the jugular at this point. The game's almost over. I could have set my units up so that he would only hit one person by pulling that space, but I was worried that that would allow the Berdeki to run through into it. So that's why I allowed the Sweep Strike Back to still hit 2 units. I will say the way this has turned out, I'm a little bit concerned, because oh no, he survived. I was going to say I thought that this unit was going to be able to open up a hole for people to hit the Proliferator through. This guy only has 5 movement. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, he still can't actually get his Proliferate. Or still can't get the Proliferator. Trying to make sure that we are focusing on the Berdeki and not on the militia, who do not matter. Okay. Sweep Strike Back has been a boon for us. We're really dealing a lot of damage. I gotta say, this was a good palate cleanser after a couple of games going really horribly wrong. But we shouldn't take this as an indication that, oh, the rest of these are just going to be a breeze, because the Necrophages are definitely the easiest faction to win with. At least in this circuit, where you're a player playing against very high-level AI, because the Necrophages are the best at the easiest strategy. Because domination is definitely the easiest way to win the game. Especially as the difficulty goes up, because you are taking better cities. Right, refill that army, and actually we should probably... Yeah, I would rather have the Battleborn. Should probably refill this army all the way as well. These are the 2 that are actually supposed to be in front. Although I guess I am giving a lot of bonus move to, to all of the armies that are weaker. Yeah, domination is both the highest reward strategy and the easiest strategy if you can get away with it, because the AI is considerably worse at combat on both a strategic and tactical level than it is at some of the other stuff. Empire management's not really that complicated in this game, not in the way that it is in some 4Xs. Like even in Endless Space, I think the AI struggles a little bit more to deal with just the idea of running an empire. Alright, you have no move left. Obviously, these 2 armies down here have move left. Well, we should show up, right? No reason to take this battle as a small group when we could take it with a bunch of these armies, and then just the whole force pushes over to here. Okay. Really, you guys, just hold on. This also doesn't matter. I don't actually have to prevent these population losses. But I suppose we'll show our people a tiny bit of mercy. Just a little bit. I'm curious what this Marine is doing. It might have been coming to reinforce Quel'Thusk, so we may just see it turn around and run back into the fog. Maybe it's going to reinforce Gulji. Okay, dust production has returned to normal. It was already pretty okay for us. Hi. What What do you think you're doing? So we should engage on this. Should I? This is tricky, right? Because if we engage on this Marine... Oh no, these guys are sieged in. They shouldn't be able to contribute. We can engage on this Marine with this army. No, I cannot. I don't have any movement. We can engage on the Marine with this army. Try to get a proliferate out of it. And nobody can show up as reinforcements, so we don't have anybody else come in as reinforcements. I know this is a little bit much, but I'm shocked he didn't retreat. Okay. I'll take it. Pretty good position for him. Okay, I was like, why is that unit here? But it's because that unit is on the map in that place. You just don't usually see units on the map during a battle, because if they're on the map and in the area of the battle, they're part of the battle, except in, you know, unusual cases. Alright, I'm a little concerned about exposing the proliferator, right? Because we could expect to see damage in half here pretty reasonably. I hate the fact that our proliferator goes before the archer. I really want this guy to have to run in. Okay, so I guess actually, maybe the correct play is to have everybody, like, way back and just make this guy run up and not get an attack. We don't want anybody in that space. Okay. Now there's no attack available. And we put the whole army in don't attack. Like, you can move to here. Yeah, we just need everybody to not attack. Sorry, everybody who goes before the archer to not attack. Let the archer run in, shoot him once with the hero, and then try to kill him with the proliferator. We may actually still get hit here, but at least we got the proliferate off. That's the important thing. Wow, it's a hard hit. It's a good thing that Archer was more concerned with vengeance than with enabling his faction to survive. Alright, and then we go ahead and initiate this battle. Actually, we had to do this from a different angle, though, so that we get to include all of these other forces. There we go. Okay, let's have at them. Obviously, this is a goofy order of reinforcements, though. Yeah, this is right. These guys should probably be at the bottom. Not that it's going to matter. Also, I feel like all of the units that have no action point left and so cannot participate should be permanently at the bottom of the list. This is going to be tough. These Vine Snakes are pretty good units, and there's a lot of them. And they have some fortification. This is the battle we are most likely to actually lose a bunch of units in. Without question. The good news is, for the most part, they are slower than we are. So if we're smart about this, we can really minimize their attacks. So what we want to do is, the first unit goes here. Attacks there, sweep strike back does nothing. Our second unit goes here, does the same thing. Third unit and fourth unit then hit these guys. That locks up the entire front. They're only getting to attack once per... I mean, it's not awesome for us, really. But we get to use our ranged units from actual safety. And, because we attacked with a support unit that has this thing, we get to flood the table with units. The fighting's going to be completely confined to this bottleneck. It's not going to be as clean on future turns, unfortunately. It's gonna be a tough battle. We're gonna take a lot of damage. And they do have ranged units coming in. Oof. Yeah, so just attack the unit that is directly in front of you. At least on this first turn, we're going to minimize the amount of sweep strike back we have to deal with. Our units always come in the worst possible order. Like, I really wish that the units coming in would prioritize ranged first. Okay, let's have our ranged units need to work this guy. Oh, she can't. She doesn't have the movement. Okay. Our ranged units need to prioritize this guy. Alright, good luck, everybody. So we've locked up the line. Unfortunately, we're leaving them with just a tiny bit of fortification left, which means that each one of them gets to absorb a whole extra hit. Okay, we got that guy clear. That guy took 0 damage from my attack, which sucks. Alright, we nuked his defenses at least. And now things turn into a real problem. So we have some new units coming in that are pretty fast. That doesn't really affect things here. You're not going to get to attack in time. We got to get this disease spread as deep as possible, as quickly as possible. So you attack first of all the units out here. If you attack that guy, he's going to kill all 3 of these units. So actually, I'm going to have this guy execute a strategic retreat, I think. It would be way better if these units could get to execute their attacks first. Now, we can't guarantee they'll survive. They may get arched, but... And then from there, it's going to be a real situation. Situation that we no longer have control over. Fortunately, their ranged units don't seem to have much interest in my proliferators. It's just bad play, really. 366 damage, okay. Their line is about to break, actually. And they don't have any way of rebuilding it. Once the vine snakes are down, it's just all of us in their archers. Alright, lads, continue to play smart. Let's keep getting that parasitism as deep into their units as possible. Not a lot of strategy to apply this turn. Yeah, like, move to here, get what you can. Who else is early? This guy could... Oh, yeah, this attack is actually great, because this guy is currently in position to receive no extra targets on the strike back. You are basically outside battle, but you can come down here. And then from there, I don't know how much more useful... Yeah, we can't really give orders that are useful very much beyond that point. Because the complexion of the battle will have changed quite a bit by then. Yep, the line of vine snakes is becoming breached. So this guy's dead on his next turn, right? Next time we attack him, or yeah. Why would you move to there? You don't have to do that. You actually could hit him from the position you were in. Okay, that's a pretty good circular attack for them. I don't know that moving forward was a good idea, though. The primary advantage these guys had was that I didn't have range on them. I'm not sure who else is... This guy still needs to get parasited. You have the disease, but not the parasite. I think that's true of this guy as well. So... Now, see, if I do this and he... Oh, he's not going to die before. Never mind. We have time for that. Ooh, wow. Certainly a decision was made there. I don't... What on earth was that? Like, shooting the proliferator is smart. I get that. Why would you run forward into the middle of the enemy melee to do it when you already had range on him? Some stuff going on with the cliffs here. Maybe cliffs work differently in the community patch? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, their defenses are completely down now. It's just a matter of whether or not we can get into range to hit them at this point. They have to try to kill us before we can affect them. Do what you can. We have more. Yep, and here comes our cavalcade of ranged units. All of the archers. It is unfortunate that they still have an initiative advantage on us, and a pretty large one. 349 damage while you're at -4 morale. Really? I gotta say, that feels a little suspicious to me. Doesn't seem like a number that should have been on the table. Like, a lot of the way that the ranged units are supposed to fail once the line breaks is that morale makes it hard for them to hit good damage numbers. But apparently these ones are they're on some real next level stuff. But you don't have a parasite. We can hit you, and this guy can get that guy because these dudes are both parasited up already. Okay. So these last two attacks together were sort of their Purple's last stand, I think. They needed a victory here very badly. This is where they focused all of their remaining melee troops. Unfortunately, a bunch of our guys are slowly dying of their disease. Alright, so give me a level up. And then, rebalance our bodies here a little bit. You get in there. Too many Battleborns in this army. One of our armies actually gained guys. Okay, so that'll be a trivial victory next turn. And then the turn after may well be the end of the game. Kind of need everybody to stay together, though. Oh, you are supposed to be... Get in here. You are supposed to be in here. We should probably focus all these little extra units into a single force, so that we have just like a bunch of archers that we can place anywhere in the reinforcement list. With them each having like 1 or 2 units, that makes it harder to get them all to come in at the same time, because it's going to be, one archer and their Battleborn, and then 1 archer and their Battleborn. Although, if we're allowed to initiate combat with units that have 4 reinforcement flags, maybe it doesn't matter. We definitely want Inquisitor Asala to still be the attack leader. Really, wow, they generated an awful lot of units very suddenly there. This is... They're doing everything. Oh, right, I didn't have fortification. I didn't have siege on, so they got another militia in addition to the unit they bought out. Okay. That guy's got pretty good stats. That guy's got pretty good stats. That guy is... Yeah, alright, well. We probably... Sorry, I do want you to show up, but you are at the bottom of the list. And actually, maybe the archers are at the top? No, we want a bunch of our melee troops to come in first. This is the right order. They still have an awful lot of fortification. But we get to start the battle with, with an awful lot of proliferators this time, which is maybe a good thing. I'm not even sure. Yep, guy who goes first attacks here to break the break down that sweep strike back. And then we're ahead of all of them, which is interesting. I guess they have units coming in via reinforcement. Let's be close, but not too close. I guess you can be here, because like this is a morale thing. Look at all of this morale. Alright, so you attack here. And have ranged units focus on proliferation. But damage ranged units need to just be shooting that guy. Yeah, make that happen. Okay. And they didn't actually bring in any of their reinforcements, which seems like a huge error. Okay, cool. We got the Vine Snake. And only had to take damage from it one time. That's definitely the best case scenario there. And now, really, what we want is for everybody to focus their damage on this hero. Yeah, do it from there, you do it from here. I don't care about these militia at all. And I believe with that we are getting a unit from absolutely every enemy we fought here. Perfect proliferation. I guess when you have 4 proliferators, it's not that hard to do. Keep in mind, another value of spreading proliferation targets out is that the proliferators do have the unsteady trait, so they anything they attack loses a bunch of attack as well. I think we have unsteady 3, I think, so 30% attack loss. Okay. Curious decision, I think, not to include their reinforcements in that battle, because now their reinforcements are totally screwed? Really? That's your plan? Well, I guess I don't have action points, so I can't show up to reinforce. Oh, never mind. These guys do have their action point. Oh, no, you don't need your action point to play a part as a defensive force. Okay. Well, they might well succeed in taking the city, maybe. Kind of depends on how the ranged attacks run out. It is worth noting that even the lowest health units will have to be hit twice, which is a big problem for them. We wanna make sure that the Forager is front and center, the hero is front and center, and then this guy, the high initiative Battleborn, also needs to be right up there. Oh, is that not? Yeah, it's not an orange space. Okay, I think we're ready. Not a lot of strategy to apply here, just kind of run forward. And yeah, somebody needs to make sure they hit that guy. Alright. So they have to spend 1 attack getting through our fortification. Like, what was the plan here? Even if we hadn't reacted at all, and they'd gotten to run through and grab the city, then what? I just turn around and kill them, right? Like, this doesn't accomplish anything. I don't understand what they were thinking at all. I guess maybe the idea, like, clearly they're just programmed to care about cities a lot. A city is the ultimate prize of combat. And maybe that actually is a reasonable way to behave in AI versus AI combat, because AIs consider the loss of a city to be a big deal, so, like, taking cities away from an AI is a good way to get them to give up on a war. Alright, now we gotta find one more. I don't actually know where the next target is. Well, you guys can go looking. I think we only need one more to win. It definitely will not be faster to try to grab that other island. We don't have the movement speed. Okay, who still has move? You have a little bit. Obviously, I don't want you to be too far forward. Okay, that's exploitation right there. You can see the edge of it. So now we know. You guys could be a little bit closer. You guys are fine. You guys are fine. All right, let's finish it off. You know, I actually just don't. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we're 40 minutes in here. I'm not going to start a second game today. Tomorrow we will we'll have at it. So feel free to continue leaving your thoughts about what we should do next. I saw people seem to be into the Ardent Mages and the Alayi as options, which I like quite a bit. Like, both of those factions are great and a lot of fun to play. Proliferators after the Archer, so we just want to make sure the Proliferator's not in range if we can. Right, you go 1, 2, 3, yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to make it so everybody's not in range. Somebody's going to have to take one for the team. Also, I don't actually care about getting the Proliferate that much. Alright, let's bring this to an end. We got places to be here. Yeah, this thing where they just suicidally run out single units, they're still building units in many places in their empire, obviously. There's another single unit up here. I don't understand. What is the value of building single units and running them out to die over building a bunch of single units and then banding them together into this thing we call an army and using them as a group to slay enemies? Seems very strange to me. Okay. I do not care about this quest. Very, very much do not care. Let's just get everybody in position and engage in what should be the final battle of the campaign. Can you get anywhere near in range? No, you can get over here, though. Also, this guy just, like, decided the movement orders I gave him were not important? Maybe I missed him. Actually, I suppose that's possible. Alright, let's do it. And frankly, we could auto-resolve this. It would go very, very smoothly for us, but this is the climactic battle. I suppose we owe them us actually having it out with them, right? Why would you guys choose not to start next to the... Just fight them. Fight them as much as possible. Maximum fighting of them. We really should focus on the hero as much as possible. She's going to be the most dangerous unit here by a pretty large margin. Actually, maybe not even. She only has 70 damage. Yeah, the Sister of Mercy hero is just... She's not a great fighter. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't even have the attack to be getting maximum damage through on our units either. She's tough. I'll give her that. She's really standing up to an awful lot of punishment over there. And she's disease-proof. Okay, she got one of them. That's good enough. She'd go down in poems and songs if there were going to be any poets or singers left. The thing about the Necrophages winning is that a lot of factions' victory is not necessarily exclusive, right? Like, it could be the case that the Vaulters win a science victory, but also, you can imagine, like, this society of the roving clans would continue on, and maybe they could also survive the winter somehow. A Necrophage victory really does just mean the doom of every other living thing on the planet. Okay, I believe that's it. I believe that's the number. Right, this will say 27 because it doesn't update in real time, and we just picked up number 28. 47 recycled stockpiles. Where's my dust eclipse? You know what? You do get auto-resolved. Take that. Okay, they ran away. Fair enough. I'm pretty sure when we hit this button, we just win. Right, because we gained 3 from... Yeah, we gained 3 from 25. We're good. We're not good. Maybe it was... Wait, out of the 29 required to achieve an expansion victory... Hold on a second here. It says 28 there. I bet the number of regions required to win a victory is calculated from the number of total regions, right? There's some math going on, and it came up with a fractional value, and it rounded up for the actual number, but down for the display, which is ridiculous, because this should just be displaying the actual number. That's annoying, but also extremely fixable. Well, let's go take this region. Where is our city up here? Oh, it's all the way up here. Well, I think we don't get it this turn. I don't think any of our armies are fast enough. But none of our other stuff is in danger, so... This is a position where it actually could... Oh, no, never mind. We are fast enough. I just have to be okay with starting the battle with only 1 unit on the field. And you know what? I am. Let's do this. Get everybody in range. Okay, this army should probably be second. This army should probably be third. A bunch of their units fled into the sea so that they wouldn't be involved in the final battle. That's... I mean, that is some full-on cowardice. Alright, please remember to move off of the space before firing. This is the most un-necrophage battle we've ever fought. What is it like to come into a battle without, like, massively overwhelming numbers on the table immediately? But hopefully, for people who are not that familiar with Endless Legend, and I think that's probably some of you, because my previous Endless Legend series were quite a long time ago, this has been a better showing of combat and why the various hero skills matter in combat and stuff more than the last few games were. Especially that stuff with the reinforcement flags. It matters a lot. This is just... Your civilization's gonna die out, and I hope you feel shame. No, I'm done. So a turn 90 victory. Honestly, quite fast. This game went really, really well. Like, massively well. To look at the final score, I'm sure it's gonna... Yeah, it shows our final overall score really high. Again, we have all the territory now. Their military was actually still rated as being more powerful than mine all the way up to the end. If I remember correctly, the military chart here is basically... It just does some math on the total stats of your army. And I think it values health really highly. So they had a lot of units that had a lot of health, I guess. This may not actually represent ability to kill so much as ability to survive, you know? And then obviously all the charts look really good for us toward the end. They are still 20 researches above us. Sorry, like 15, 10. Math is... that's 2 lines, with each line being 5 each. Yeah, we finally overtook them at the end as we took all their cities away. And, like, this kind of thing is what I'm talking about. It's much easier to win a victory by conquering on Endless because the cities that you're taking are so incredibly good. The AI, even without the community patch, with just the basic decision-making ability of the AI and the amount of free resources they get, they're able to build up very powerful cities very, very quickly. And so taking a couple AI cities in the early game functions sort of like a slingshot for a lot of your Empire stats, and if you're able to, like the Necrophages, just keep that rolling, you generate a position that's very, very difficult for the AI to get out of. The Vaulter AI is, in my opinion, one of the better ones, and certainly one of the more threatening ones. So the fact that positionally it made sense to go after them quite late allowed them to put up a better defense than you will often see, but the fact is, if you can get your foot in the door and get the war machine running, the amount of power you gain as you continue to conquer makes it very difficult to defend against you. But that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for I don't even know who yet, but probably it'll be fun. And we'll see you then.